Hey everybody, you're listening to KLSU. This is Proto here. You are atop the tower. Up next, we've got Buddy Holly by Weezer. The station does have, as far as I know, a long storied history. It became really into its fold around like the 80s. We've always been indie, alternative, underground music, trying to promote local artists and stuff like that. And that's something that I don't want to change at all and have no interest in getting rid of or moving away from, because I think that's like our bread and butter of what we do. I'm Cade Williams. I'm the station manager of KLSU Radio. Some of my responsibilities, let's try to run through them all. I manage the exec staff, and then they manage all like the base staff. I help to coordinate the operations that we have going on here, help to coordinate with like different events and like our annual fundraiser and everything. So I just kind of oversee all operations to make sure that like we're on track and doing what a college radio station should be doing. I got involved in KLSU because, well, whenever, let me tell you the story. So whenever I decided I was going to come to LSU, tour the campus, and I walked through KLSU, and I was like, oh my god, this space is so cool. I want to do this whenever I go to college. And then I tried to get a job here the fall semester of my freshman year, and I didn't get it. And then I finally got an interview to be a news reporter here the very beginning of the spring semester. They were like, we like that you have some radio experience, even though you're young and stuff. They were like, we want you on the team. So I signed on. I was a news reporter for that whole semester. Well, at the end of that semester, I was promoted to production assistant until the next spring semester. So this is 2024. I ran for station manager and then got the title. In the past, I think KLSU, whenever I came into the fold, had gotten to a place where people were very comfortable with the kind of identity that we had, and I was kind of intent on getting us in an uncomfortable place, of getting us to try new things that we had never done before, and really motivating staff like, hey, if you have a good idea, use this platform, use this brand, use this tool, let's try to execute that idea and do something cool that maybe we've never done before.
To the management or to Ellis? Like, was it each?
There's different funds, but it all happens on the same day. Music's just a huge motivator for me, both emotionally and in my career. If I'm having a really rough day, I'll just like put on rock and roll, and it can like carry me through the rest of the day and just like help to motivate me. And so yeah, very much would not be where I am today without music. People under me are way more passionate about music than I am passionate about music. I love music, don't get me wrong, and I listen to music all the time. I have an incredibly vast interest in music across the board, but like it's not my lifeblood really. My lifeblood is definitely like with people. I want to do my best to like get creatives to succeed and do the best, like accomplish their own visions and stuff like that. And I feel like I'm a pretty good like savvy person with a lot of creative stuff, and so I like to be able to help where I can. What I want to be remembered by as the guy who brought KLSU into the next generation, because I kind of feel like this station was kind of stuck before I got here, and people had talked about like bringing it into the 2020s. Nobody ever made active steps, and I feel like I'm the first person who really sat down and was like, okay, let's take this jump, let's do the hard thing and get rid of some of our old gear, our old decorations and stuff like that, stuff that like KLSU, you know, is like it's tradition, and then move it and let's get progressive with it. Let's like build a podcast studio. Let's update all of our gear and our equipment and stuff like that. Like let's get serious and move into the modern era. And I think what I'll actually be remembered for is the guy who voiced all of the silly sweepers that are in the system, because I think I, at this point, might have a voice in half of all of them. What sweepers are is you're listening to music on the radio, and then in between a song, maybe there's like a little interlude that plays. Like, you know, whenever you're listening to a station, like an example might be like, you're listening to 91.1 KLSU Baton Rouge. Just something really quick like that. But we have sweepers which don't necessarily plug the station, but they kind of help to give it character. Ones that we use a lot are request sweepers, because we're a radio station that still takes requests.
Can you give me the name of the song again?
Oh, yeah. If You Don't Know by Galactic.
So I request a song, a DJ will cue in one, and one that I've done is I'm a big Sonic the Hedgehog fan, and so I just was like,
bringing this request to you at Sonic speeds.
And then like a little ring sound effect plays. The thing that I want to take from this job is just a breadth of experience. I've learned so much at this station, and it's going to help me so much in my future career, both in like the technical aspect of like learning how to do all this technical stuff, but just like public relations and management and stuff like that, and very, very hands-on. And that's something that not a lot of 21-year-olds can say that they've done. My favorite memory of my time here, I think, was last fall, whenever me and a bunch of other executive staff members went to CBI, which is the College Broadcasters Invitational, and it's in Seattle, Washington. We were there for about 3 days, and I got to just hang out with the staff, and we all had a really good time. And I feel like I really got to bond with a lot of staff members in like a way that you can't really do in the workplace. That whole experience couldn't have been done without KLSU, and it was probably the most rewarding time that I've had here.